So now that the major sale window of Black Friday / Cyber Monday deals have come and gone for the Nintendo Switch games, there is still a wave 2, if you will, of sales and deals that do ramp up as we get closer to the Christmas time window. And in today's video, we need to break down and discuss the newest eShop sale that is live right now with some notable discounts on multiple games up to 70% off, and share my personal opinion on which of these games may be worth picking up at a discounted price right now. What's up, nation? If it's your first time on the channel, make sure you join Sunbro Nation by subscribing below. Hit the like button on this video if you enjoy it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. As mentioned, guys, today we are taking a look at the latest eShop sale that is officially live, actually a couple days late at the time of filming this video, because this sale launched on December 8th and it is known as the critically acclaimed partner sale. So yes, the first asterisk to this big eShop sale is the fact that these are all going to be third-party titles, aka no Marios, Kirby's, or Zeldas on the list of games that we will be going over today. However, there are some quality ones that do come from other developers that I believe are worth checking out. The first one on our list is one we will spend just a little bit of time on, which is Hades. And this is cool because at the Game Awards, we actually just got confirmation for Hades 2, and right now you can pick up the original at 50% off or $12.49 on the eShop. And this is one of those games that packs a challenge. If you are not somebody who likes to grind and get better and better at your games to progress in them, this game might not be for you because it truly is difficult. It is known as a roguelike game, which essentially when you die, there are elements of things that carry forward with you. But for the most part, when you die, you are literally restarting the game from scratch or from the beginning, and you have to have the perfect run to actually complete it at the end. And Hades is quality through and through. It actually won a ton of awards at the Game Awards the year that it was released, and now we have confirmation for the sequel, so Hades is one that I would look into on this list. Okami HD next up on the list at $9.99 or 50% off. This is one that was actually originally a PS2 game, then ported to the Wii, and it's fun even just to appreciate the art style and the care that went into how this game looks. And in HD, it clearly looks way better than how it looked on the Wii back in the day. Tetris Effect Connected are arguably the best Tetris experience you can have. Really cool visuals on this one, and it's something that it's Tetris at the end of the day. Yes, there are multiple different gameplay modes and styles, but people get into Tetris still, and they have like a competitive scene online. So if that sounds like it's up your alley, 50% off is at least a notable discount. Skyrim Elder Scrolls V Anniversary Edition, which originally was the first $70 game that we saw launch on the Nintendo Switch, is 50% off or $34.99 right now. Skyrim has been arguably re-released far too many times. I tend to agree that this is a game we should probably just be moving on from at this point in time, but every time it re-releases, somehow there's another wave of sales. So yet again, we have a Anniversary Edition that is out and available, and it was obviously a revolutionary game, so people do have a ton of nostalgia for it. And this is a much better price where you get the game and DLC bundle available for $34.99 as opposed to that $70 shock sticker price that I don't think, hopefully, many people bought it at, because it wasn't released that long ago and we're already half price off. There's also the DLC standalone with a small discount, Shin Megami Tensei 5, a great JRPG at half price, $29.99 right now. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak Deluxe. Now this comes with both the base game and the expansion Sunbreak, which adds in far more gameplay, and Monster Hunter Rise you can already get 100+ hours out of. This is $49.99 for the bundle. So if you don't have Monster Hunter Rise at all right now and you want to experience everything that Capcom created with this smash hit title, this is not a bad price to pick up both right now. Hollow Knight is next on the list. This is one for Metroidvania fans out there. I truly think it is one of the best attempts at a 2D modern day Metroidvania style game that just brings you into its dark world and environments in such a unique and clever way with the art style of the game, but yet it has some fantastic fast-paced action gameplay and unique boss fights. And this is legitimately a hard game also. Like, you will die plenty of times playing through Hollow Knight, and we are all waiting for Hollow Knight Silksong to get an official release date or even just another updated trailer. And while we do that, if you have not been exposed to the series so far, Hollow Knight at $7.50 is definitely a steal and one of the more notable discounts on this list in my personal opinion. Doom Eternal next up, one of the quote-unquote impossible ports on the Switch. This one is actually one of the highest discounts on the list that we will be talking about today, because this is the Game Plus DLC bundle that normally goes for $89.99. It is marked down all the way to $22.49. If you like blasting through demons in hell while having some incredible metal style music all throughout, this is the game for you. And it is really quite notable how well it runs on the Nintendo Switch when we talk about some other games that just clearly don't perform. Undertale is one that I'm not super familiar with. Disco Elysium, the Final Cut, these are 33 and 50% off. Celeste, you have one that this has a lot of fans behind it. I haven't checked it out myself. Only $4.99 right now in the eShop, so that's one that I may pick up at a 75% discount. Let me know in the comments if you played Celeste and if I should check it out, because I've seen some dialogue online around that. Stardew Valley is one that I think Animal Crossing fans tend to enjoy. If you liked Animal Crossing, you probably also will enjoy this title, and it's not the biggest discount on today's list at just 33% off and $9.99 from its regular $14 retail. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 is one I've talked about plenty of times in past sale videos, but I can't recommend it enough to people who haven't checked it out, because this is true Tony Hawk at its best. The original games that put it on the map, totally remade and redone, and they feel and play better than ever, with a lot of the original soundtrack kept intact and some nice good additions of new songs as well. I had a blast going through each of the classic Tony Hawk games, and my only hope is that we continue to see more support for this in the future. Whether or not this Activision Blizzard merger goes through, we'll see if Microsoft chooses to bring back support for the franchise. But for the foreseeable future, this is all we're going to get in terms of Tony Hawk games. And by all accounts, these are great ports that run very well on the Nintendo Switch. It is one of the lower prices it has been right now. It is 60% off, $15.99, or you can get the Game Plus DLC bundle for $19.99, which is also 60% off from its regular $49.99 retail. Portal Companion Collection is 33% off at $13.39 right now. Fantastic puzzle games. You get Portal 1 and 2 in this collection, so not a bad price considering that those are games that still have aged really well. They're a lot of fun in the modern day. Ori and the Will of the Wisps, again, another one that I would spend a little bit of time on recommending for Metroidvania fans. But the unique thing about the Ori games is their subtle storytelling that they do all throughout, with some dedicated cutscenes, but also the way that it transitions from gameplay to some of the more story-based elements. And really, like, if you just want a beautiful game that you can almost stare at and consider to be therapy, Ori games nailed it with their art style. It also has some really fun platforming sections, excellent boss fights and combat throughout, and this is one that I think at 66% off or $10 right now on the eShop, I can't recommend it enough. Add it into your collection if you don't already own it today. Splunky 2, don't know a whole lot about that. Overcooked All You Can Eat is actually a lot of fun to play with friends, and it's 50% off right now. You have to work together to actually, get the restaurant orders out. It's one of those games that you'll end up yelling at your friends to get the buttons right and to not mess up. And it is chaotic, but it's also chaos is fun in a group, similar to like Mario Party, but you're not angry at each other in the same way because somebody stole your star. You're angry because they are not chopping up their lettuce fast enough, or cooking the correct ingredients at the right time, or washing dishes, or whatever your role is supposed to be. It takes co-op to get through that game, and I actually personally enjoyed that one with friends and family. Rayman Legends Definitive Edition, one game that's been out for a very long time, very fun 2D style platformer, action adventure game, I guess you could call it, but it is $9.99, 75% off. Yes, it's been out a while. We see it go on sale a lot, but $9.99 is one of the steeper discounts, I would say, that you typically see it at. Untitled Goose Game, I'll let you look into that one on your own. What Remains of Edith Finch, have no clue what that game is. It's 75% off or $5 right now. Not a big risk if you just want to check it out. 13 Sentinels is right now 40% off at $35.99. Divinity Origin Sin Sin 2 Definitive Edition is 40% off, $29.99. Then you have Dragon Ball Fighter C. We've seen great sales on this. This is literally like Street Fighter meets Dragon Ball Z. It is a lot of fun, and $14.24 for everything. Now, I think that the regular retail price of this game is already priced too high, but they normally sell this for $94.99. Apparently, according to Nintendo, it's 85% off. So I think the highest discount on today's list, but it's $14 for literally everything the game has to offer. So if you were to pick up this one and you look into it, you enjoy it, then now's probably the best time, or one of the best times. Katana Zero is $8.99 on the sale. Sonic Mania, a game I thoroughly enjoyed playing through, is $9.99, 50% off. 2D Sonic fans need to pick that up. It is a must own in any Sonic fans library. Then you have Dicey Dungeons at 86% off, so not the highest goes to Dragon Ball Fighter Z, but rather this Dicey Dungeons game at $1.99 off from its regular $14 price. Then you have Diablo 3 Eternal Collection. Now Diablo 3 is a lot of fun, especially with friends to go through, in my opinion, and it does look and run great on the Switch. And while I don't think we will be getting Diablo 4 on the Switch at all, that is also upcoming on other platforms, so it might be worth a second look. Axiom Verge at $5.99 or 70% off. Bastion at $2.99 or 80% off. Then you have Carrion, I don't know exactly how that's pronounced, but I know that this game is like a crazy, like you're a giant beast. That I've seen some of the gameplay. I haven't played a lot of it myself. It looks interesting enough. It is 50% off at $9.99 right now. The last one we'll spend just a little bit of time on is Death's Door, because the inspiration for this game, self-proclaimed by the developers, is just straight up from The Legend of Zelda and Dark Souls combined. And if you know anything about me, that is a game that is right up my alley. Yes, this is more of an indie developed game and is not going to have the AAA budget or length of a Zelda or Dark Souls game, but it is a ton of fun. There are unique puzzles throughout. You have a awesome combat system with a fast dodge roll mechanic that I am a huge fan of, and it also packs a punch in the difficulty department. And I was super pumped when we saw the announcement that this would be coming over from a Microsoft exclusive to the Nintendo Switch. It's a great fit on the Switch, and one that is preferably played either in handheld or docked mode, and having that option is definitely a great addition for this particular game. So that is another strong recommendation for me, for people to check out. If you're a fan of Zelda games, maybe if you're like me and you're a fan of both Zelda and Dark Souls games, definitely check out Death's Door. Hyper Light Drifter Special Edition at 45% off or $10.99. And then we have Dawnwell and A Colorful Tale, or Chicory, A Colorful Tale, I guess, at 30% off, $13.99, and then 33% off of that $2.99 price. So not really much of a discount there. The last thing is you have River City Girls, is what I've seen online a lot of positive praise around. It is a free game trial right now until December 11th, so not a ton of time left to check that one out. And other than that, the sales and deals really just turn into accessories. And then they also do have an entire arcade sale that we won't spend any length of time on, but if you are a fan of the original arcade style of games and the origins of Super Mario Bros. And Donkey Kong, what put Nintendo on the map back in the day, that might be worth looking into as well. But I want to hear from you guys at this point in the video, whether or not you're planning on checking out any of the sales and discounts we talked about today. Which games from this list will you be picking up, or are you skipping all of them altogether? So regardless of your thoughts and feelings on everything we talked about today, I do look forward to hearing from you all in the comments down below before you leave the video, as I do look forward to getting a back and forth conversation started with you all around this topic. Go watch yesterday's video next if you haven't already, which is on screen right now. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.